Hey, this is your boy Bob TV. How you doing? It's been a while since I've been on here. Been taking care of some business. Let me take this towel, get a little comfortable, you know what I mean? Because I'm about to get down to some business. Look, a lot of things been going on in news. So much, I can't hit it all. So there'll be more to come. But I want to talk about two things. First of all, President Obama. Well, I can go with the DNC and how crooked they did that convention. I was there. There's a whole bunch of crap. Mustafa tactics, Hitler ideas going on in a place of control and propaganda and hiding and shamming and all that kind of stuff. It went on in DNC. Which brings me to this. I'm kind of really pissed off with President Obama. Here it is. It's been proven. First of all, let me deal with this. DNC leak. It doesn't matter who it came from. The fact of the matter is, I don't care if it was Gooch for 1000. I don't care if it's WikiLeaks. I don't care if it was a DNC insider. I don't care if it came from your mama. The point is, the information was leaked. And it showed with proof that the DNC was in collusion to railroad Bernie Sanders. The DNC, the Democratic National Convention, your party, Mr. President, scammed and frauded this election. Your party. And for you not to say anything this whole time when it was going on all during the primary, you shut your mouth up. And for people like John Lewis and the Black Caucus who fought for the rights of people to vote, to know these things are going on or turn a blind eye or turn your back toward it, it's shame on you. Dr. Martin Luther King said, when you overlook justice, that means you're a big part of it. Now, I'm paraphrasing it. But when you turn your back on it, you were a part of it. When you saw that kid stealing that candy and you didn't say nothing, you participated in it. Mind my own business, ain't got nothing to do with me. Oh, you just saying that because you want to get your golden girl there. They railroad Bernie Sanders. It's going to bite you in the behind. You can stop trying to convince them to go with Hillary Clinton. Nobody's going to... Look, Tina Turner got tired of Ike, whooped his behind and left and never came back. This is this situation. You took advantage of people who, first time in the process, believed in and went out there and campaigned for somebody, and you screwed them. And now you want them to vote for them. And not only did you cut out the independents out of the equation during the primary, but now you want them to vote for you. Nobody's voting for your failed candidate. The only person that's voting for her are 40-plus old Democrats. Republicans ain't gonna vote for her. The younger Democrats are going to Jill Stein. The independents are going to Jim Stein. Only the Republican war hawks, the big money Republican, the corporate Republicans who don't like Trump, that's the support that's going to Republicans. By the way, Democrats, don't get happy because the Republicans are going to support us against Trump. No, it's only big money, corporate Republicans. It's not the normal people. The normal people are on Donald Trump's side. The normal people could have been on your side if you didn't screw Bernie Sanders out of the nomination. Because he's the only one that can get the independents. Independents was longing and yearning to vote for Bernie Sanders, but you stopped that. They are not longing and yearning to vote for Hillary Clinton. Now to you, Biden, well, who else is there going to vote for? Donald Trump? Yes. And not only that, some of them going to vote for Gary Johnson. But majority of them going to go to Jill Stein. They're not going to Clinton. So I don't know if you came up with this plan, we're just going to screw up Sanders and they have no choice. No, there's multiple choices. If Kermit Frog was on the ballot, these people rather vote Kermit Frog because he's more honest than Miss Piggy. Let me stop. So Biden, you misread the American people. They're not going to vote for Hillary. So your jig is up. This is not going to work. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do what you did in the primary. Steal the American people's vote. So Mr. President, Mr. Obama, yes. Donald Trump got it right. You're going to screw him out of this election. And for you to sit there and say out of your own mouth, that nobody's rigging legs, it's a conspiracy. That's a spit in the face of every one of the supporters that you're trying to court into voting for Hillary. And now, you're going to make this claim when I myself and others had to actually put in a couple of times for Hillary Clinton. I mean, put in a couple of times. God forgive me. No, I wouldn't vote for Hillary. I put in a couple of times for Bernie Sanders, and it kept going to Hillary Clinton. Until finally, the fourth time I put in, it went for Bernie Sanders. And I believe that poll rigged it for her to have 3 votes to my 1 on my behalf, fabricating and cheating and hacking the system for her benefit. So yes, it worked. So don't tell me it don't work. And same thing for you, Elijah Cummings. Which brings me to this. Who in the world is terrorizing? Who are these emails terrorizing? Huh? How are you going to say we're going to label this man as a data terrorist? Who is he terrorizing? He's terrorizing you and the DNC. This man is a national hero. He did what some people did in Watergate. They exposed the secret. Your organization is the criminals. Your people are the criminals. They're the one frauded. They're the one colluded. They're the one ripped Bernie Sanders off, stabbed him in the back, forced him to endorse her, and that's what it was. Your organization. Got me doing like a preacher. Hallelujah. It was your organization. So Biden, you're wrong. Nobody's voting for Hillary Clinton but 40 and up. Democrats. Yes, we have more choices. Donald Trump isn't the only game in town. But because of you condescending people, you're going to have some of them just going to vote for Donald Trump just to stick it to you, man. Mr. Class Act. And no, Obama, you're wrong. Widespread voter fraud was going on in your party, under your watch, putting a doodle stain on your presidency. And you were silent until Donald Trump said something, then you're going to open your mouth. While the rest of us out here campaigning, sweating our behind off, hitting the doors, hitting the phones, and still have this thing taken away from us, and you did not even come in our defense. And you just gladly accepted this nomination on her behalf when you knew it was rigged. So, President, you're wrong, and that man is not a terrorist. He's a national hero. Anybody exposed the truth, when has it come to a time when you expose the truth, it is a crime, but when you commit a crime, you get rewarded? What do you mean by that? All this crookedness going on is leading her to the most prestigious office in the land today, the presidency. So a crooked path will get you the presidency, but as soon as somebody exposes the truth, they want to label you as a terrorist. No, you're the terrorist. You're the one going out there bombing all these innocent kids in Libya and Syria and Palestine. You're the one allowing this stuff up instead of fighting for them. Miss, oh, I'm going to protect people's children, but yet at the same time, you and these war hawks are out here planning to bomb these areas, trying to get ISIS, missing the majority of the time, killing innocent women, kids, and families. A terrorist is a person who goes around terrorizing. America has done more terrorizing than anybody. We're terrorized the black people with the Ku Klux Klan and the segregation movement. We're terrorized the Indians. I can go on and on and on. We're the most terrorizing people on the face of this earth. And we pride ourselves in our strength on being strong, and we'll bomb your behind if you cross us. That's being a bully. That's terrorizing. And that's why I'm going Jill Stein. That's the only reason I went for Bernie, because he's supposed to be moving away from that area. I'm going with Jill Stein because she is anti that. She have a peace policy, a peace platform. Now, do she have a way of defending America? Yes. Take time and look at the platform. I can go on and on. You know how I get in these areas where I just come off my chest. Obama, you're wrong. Biden, you're wrong. And now we got these more Clinton scandals coming up, as I always told you. This is not going to go well. It's not going to go on. Now, I'll let you know again, I'm not voting for Trump and not voting for Clinton. I'm voting for Jill Stein. If Bernie, by some way, get in this thing, he got my vote. But other than that, I'm going with Jill Stein. I'm going with the Green Party. Not as a protest vote, because she mirror matches Bernie Sanders. Her platform is his platform, except for a couple of things. And they're really concerned not just about the people in the nation, but the planet. And I want to invite you to take a look at that on the Bob TV Facebook page. Now, I got some things off my chest. There's a lot I can talk about. I could talk about the Clinton Foundation, but I really want to talk about who cares where the leak came from. The fact of the matter is the DNC cheated, and that's the story. And even though I still believe Clinton is a mole, and every time he's opened his mouth, I believe that the reason he's there is to be a deflector, because she is so failed, so soft of a candidate, that the only way she can win is she gotta have the most terrible person to run against, and Donald Trump is acting, fooling all you guys. I live in New York. I talk to people who work with Donald Trump, and he's not all that racist. And if he is, he's undercover, very undercover with it. And even if he is racist, even if he is, don't you dare think that the Clintons don't have some racist undertones. You look at their history and their policies, and you look at some of their heroes, then you come back and talk to me. And I'm going to be doing a story on Hillary Clinton, just as racist as Donald Trump. You're not going to like me, but these are going to be facts that I'm going to be proving to you. Now, did I get most of the stuff off? Obama, you're wrong. It is widespread election fraud, and shame on you to start talking about it now when Donald Trump talked about it, when your own people were going through it all during the primary process, but you were silent about it because you want your girlfriend to get, your side lady to get the nomination. Did I just say that? I'm talking about politically speaking. You're not going to do what's right. You're only going to do what's right for the DNC. And that's a shame, Mr. President. That's a shame. You stick up for the party more than you stick up for the people who voted for you. And it wasn't just the people who voted for you in the Democratic Party. There was a lot of independents and some Republicans that voted for you. And for you to piss and poop on us with those kind of statements, shame on you. Now, don't get me wrong, people. Majority of the things that Obama did, I was proud of Obama. The majority of things he did as president with the type of Congress that he had, I was proud of the work that he's done. But there's a lot of things I don't like. And for you guys to sit there, I love Obama. You love Obama because you only love for his image. You don't even know the policies. You don't even know the things that he's done. You don't even know the things he's done on behalf of protecting the nation, behalf of going after ISIS. You don't know most of the things you don't know. Everything is not good about Obama. Yes, wonderful couple, beautiful couple, got each other back, great kids, good role model. But when you look at the actions of him, some of the policies that he adopted, he kowtowed, however you say, he leaned and kissed too many Republicans' feet for the sake of working together. Compromise too doggone much in some areas. And all the time, the Republicans did not want to do anything for him. And innocent families and kids that are dying. One of my pet peeves is the drone strike program. It's not accurate enough. Too many kids are getting killed. Hospitals are getting bombed full of sick people. That's one of my hearts right there. So for America could talk about, so you Rudy Giuliani, you and Donald Trump. I mean, think about the things you say. I can see if you said we haven't had a terrorist attack until after 9/11, because let's face it, when Bush was in office, because of the high terror alert, there was no attack on American soil since then. You should have said it like this. After 9/11, we had no attacks on American soil until Obama got in president. That is true. But for you to say we haven't had an attack, that was dumb for you to say, man. You got to think about some of the things you say out your mouth. I got to think about some of the things I say out of my mouth. But that was wrong. No, we have had some attacks. You should have said it like this. Not since George Bush. George Bush, there was no American tax on American soil, which is true. Democrats, it's true. Because of the high terror alerts. We lowered them down, and there were And then now we got terrorist attacks on American soil. Whether it was ISIS inspired or not, who cares? The fact that a crazy man took a gun and went in and shot a bunch of people in the club. The fact that other people are going into crowds shooting other people. Who cares whether it's inspired by ISIS or not? Anyway, I'm done. Look, let's stop playing blame games, America. No, the Russians ain't had nothing to do with those leaks, and who cares? Stop making that up. You have no fabricated proof. If you had proof, it's probably fabricated, but you have no solid proof that the Russians leaked those documents. Those documents was leaked by personal people, whether it was a Russian or not. It wasn't the Russian government. Probably was a Russian person. Could have been Scandinavia. Could have been somebody in America. You want to use this as a narrative to deflect from the issue that you cheated, you frauded, you colluded, not only in the DNC, with the Clinton Foundation and with the server of Hillary Rodham Clinton. You broke the law on all fronts. And it's time that the American people begin to file charges against you. The American people, forget about the government and all that. The American people need to signal, if they have to do it singularly, file charges against those who are involved with that stuff. Not just from Debbie Wasserman Schultz. We already know who really runs the DNC. And that's the Clinton machine. They run the DNC. So from the Clinton machine on down, they need to be indicted. And if the president, anybody sad to say, had any part in this, including Loretta Lynch, you need to be indicted. Why? Because this is about justice. I'm glad we got my people in office, but if my people are doing things wrong, it's wrong. It don't matter what color you are. You can be that green woman on Star Trek. You might be sexy and all, but you committed a crime. You need to do the time. I'm Robert Brown, Bob TV. I got to go to work. The American people need to rise up there. We need to file petitions. We need to go to, if there's some way to go file charges ourselves against the corruption of the government, we need to do it. Now, I know some are scared. There's a long laundry list of people dying trying to call the Clintons out. And is that fair? The point is, let's stop talking about the Russians and let's talk about the leaks. Fact of the matter is, DNC screwed Sanders. Fact of the matter is, it's not just Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Hillary Clinton had everything to do with that. The Clinton machine runs the DNC. Don't even be fooled. A lot of money the DNC gets comes from the Clintons. This thing was planned for the Clintons from the jump start. So don't be fooled. Biden, sir, you know I love you, right? You're wrong. You're wrong, wrong, wrong. Yes. Yes, they are going to go to Donald Trump. Some going to go to Gary Johnson. Majority going to Jill Stein. Nobody wants your candidate, no matter how much you try to thrust her down our throat. So you're wrong. Mr. President, you're wrong on two fronts. Number one, you're wrong for keeping your mouth silent while your own Democratic Party sham the people who are out there fighting to get a nominee in the Democratic Party, and you were silent along with the Black National Caucus. These old people who have their clues so have their heads so up in Washington, but they don't know what goes on in the outside world. You guys are wrong. You should have been standing up for this, and you didn't. And this happened on your watch, and this is going to mess up your legacy. Not only is Hillary Clinton tarnishing your legacy with these scandals that happened under your watch and under your State Department. It wasn't her State Department. It was your State Department. And how she just played you with the pay for play. And that's another series I'm going to go in later. Disregarded you, told you to kiss my behind. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and did what I want, and you still trying to protect her. You're messing up your legacy, Doc. So you're wrong trying to protect her, and you're wrong talking out your mouth about voter fraud, and shame on you to finally say something when Donald says something. You want to say something. Wake up, Mr. President. your approval rating